Born on December 21, 1948, in Washington, D.C., Samuel Jackson had a humble start. Raised by his mother and grandparents in Chattanooga, Tennessee, he barely knew his father, who battled alcoholism and lived far from the family. Despite facing a tough childhood, Jackson's talent and determination made him a standout. Though he originally dreamed of becoming a marine biologist, Jackson's life took a sharp turn at Morehouse College in Atlanta. After joining a local acting group, he discovered his passion for performing. But he wasn't just about the stage. He was deeply involved in the civil rights movement, even attending Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral and joining protests. His activism led to a bold moment in 1969, where he and fellow students took Morehouse trustees hostage to demand reform. While the protest led to his suspension, it showed early signs of his rebellious spirit, which would later define his career. Returning to Morehouse, Jackson earned a degree in drama and dived into the world of theater, co-founding the Just Us Theater. He started in New York's theater scene before breaking into films with roles in Spike Lee classics like Do the Right Thing and Jungle Fever. But his real breakout? Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, 1994. As the Bible-quoting hitman Jules Winnfield, Jackson didn't just steal scenes. He stole the spotlight, earning an Oscar nomination and a BAFTA Award. From there, the hits kept coming. He became the iconic Nick Fury in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and embodied the Jedi Master Mace Windu in Star Wars. Whether he's battling snakes on planes, taking down villains in Die Hard, or voicing Frozone in The Incredibles, Jackson's versatility knows no bounds. Samuel Jackson boasts an impressive estimated net worth of $250 million, making him one of Hollywood's wealthiest and most successful actors. His films have grossed over $27 billion globally, and he commands between $10 to $20 million per leading role in major productions. Alongside his film earnings, Jackson enjoys substantial income from lucrative endorsement deals with brands like Capital One and Apple. About personal life. Beyond his legendary acting career, Samuel Jackson leads a fascinating personal life filled with love, passion, and a drive to give back. In 1980, he married actress and producer LaTanya Richardson, a love story that started back in their college days at Morehouse. Together, they have a daughter, Zoe, born in 1982. The couple also share a commitment to education, founding a charity in 2009 to support educational initiatives. Jackson isn't just a star on screen. He's also a fan of his own work. He loves watching his movies in theaters, admitting that even in his theater days, he wished he could step out of the performance to watch himself in action. He collects action figures of his iconic characters, from Pulp Fiction's Jules Winnfield to Star Wars' Mace Windu and The Incredibles' Frozone. Known for his signature bald look, Jackson first shaved his head for a role in The Great White Hype and has embraced it ever since, often wearing wigs to transform into different characters. He jokes that his baldness has become a permanent fixture, thanks to the numerous roles that required him to keep shaving his head. He is also famous for rocking a Kangol hat wherever he goes, making it part of his iconic public image. When he's not acting, Jackson has a few passions that might surprise you. He's a die-hard golf lover, even ensuring his film contracts have a clause allowing him to play golf during shoots. He's teed off at the Gary Player Invitational Charity Tournament and enjoys playing to support good causes. Basketball is another love, and Jackson's a fan of the Toronto Raptors and the Harlem Globetrotters. But his sports fandom doesn't stop there. After filming The 51st State in Liverpool, he became a loyal supporter of Liverpool FC and even backs Irish football club Bohemian FC. He also used his platform to speak out on political and social issues. In 2008, he campaigned for Barack Obama, saying Obama represented the American dream he was told he could never achieve growing up in segregation. A passionate advocate for civil rights, he hasn't shied away from controversial opinions, whether comparing characters in Django Unchained to political figures or criticizing Supreme Court decisions like the overturning of Roe v. Wade. In addition to activism, he is deeply involved in charitable efforts. He's raised funds to fight Alzheimer's, launched the One for the Boys campaign to educate men about testicular cancer, and supported COVID-19 relief efforts. During the pandemic, he wit and humor shined when he read the viral poem Stay the FCK at Home * on Jimmy Kimmel Live, urging people to take social distancing seriously. And if you think his life couldn't get more interesting, think again. He even became a citizen of Gabon in 2019 after DNA tests revealed his roots with the Benga people. Always evolving, always surprising, Jackson is not just a Hollywood powerhouse, but a man of many talents, passions, and deep connections to the world around him. About his professional career. Samuel Jackson's path to superstardom didn't start in Hollywood. It began in a classroom at Morehouse College, where he initially majored in marine biology. However, after dabbling in architecture, he discovered his true calling when a public speaking class sparked a love for drama. After appearing in the Threepenny Opera, Jackson's fate was sealed. He wanted to act. His early days were spent on stage, honing his craft in productions like Home and A Soldier's Play. In 1972, he made his film debut in the indie blaxploitation film Together for Days. Not yet a household name, Jackson moved to New York City in 1976, where he spent a decade performing in prestigious plays such as The Piano Lesson and Two Trains Running at the Yale Repertory Theater. To pay the bills, he worked as a night security guard at Manhattan Plaza while battling personal demons, alcohol, and cocaine addiction that nearly derailed his career. But then, a fateful encounter with director Spike Lee changed everything. After seeing Jackson's performance in A Soldier's Play, Lee cast him in School Days, 1988, and Do the Right Thing, 1989, opening doors in the world of film. Jackson's career began to pick up momentum, and his role in Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas, 1990, solidified his presence on screen, albeit still in supporting roles. However, it was his brutally honest portrayal of a crack addict in Spike Lee's Jungle Fever, 1991, that truly turned heads. Fresh out of rehab himself, Jackson described the role as cathartic, and his performance was so raw and powerful that it earned him a Special Supporting Actor award at the Cannes Film Festival. Hollywood started taking notice. By the mid-90s, he was on fire. He appeared in Jurassic Park, 1993, followed by the role that would forever change his career, Jules Winnfield in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, 1994. What Jackson didn't know at the time was that Tarantino had written the role specifically for him. With his hypnotic delivery and fiery presence, his portrayal of Jules, complete with Bible-quoting monologues, became iconic. He was catapulted into international stardom, receiving an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and cementing his place as one of Hollywood's most magnetic stars. Despite a string of critical misfires, Kiss of Death, The Great White Hype, Jackson proved his resilience by bouncing back with box office successes like Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995, and A Time to Kill, 1996. His performance as a father seeking justice in A Time to Kill earned him an NAACP Image Award and another Golden Globe nomination. He was officially a box office juggernaut. The late 90s saw him taking on diverse roles, from the crime drama Jackie Brown, 1997, which reunited him with Tarantino, to the psychological thriller The Negotiator, 1998, where he faced off against Kevin Spacey. Whether starring in gritty dramas, sci-fi blockbusters, or thrillers, Jackson consistently stole scenes with his commanding presence. By the time he joined George Lucas' Star Wars prequel trilogy as Jedi Master Mace Windu, he was already one of the biggest names in Hollywood. His career hit new heights in the early 2000s. From starring in Unbreakable 2000, alongside Bruce Willis, to breathing new life into the role of John Shaft in Shaft 2000, he continued to dominate the screen. Not one to shy away from challenges, Jackson starred in Coach Carter 2005, taking on the role of a tough-love basketball coach in a film praised for its heart and grit. But perhaps Jackson's most pivotal role came not in any single film, but in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In 2008, Jackson made his first appearance as Nick Fury in Iron Man. What started as a small post-credit scene evolved into a massive 9-picture deal with Marvel Studios, cementing Jackson as the linchpin of the MCU. From The Avengers, 2012, to Captain Marvel, 2019, his portrayal of Fury has become as legendary as the man himself. Even as he dominated the box office, Jackson never forgot his roots in independent film. In Eve's Bayou, 1997, he both starred and served as executive producer, earning critical praise and showcasing his range. He reunited with Quentin Tarantino in Django Unchained, 2012, and The Hateful Eight, 2015, delivering standout performances that reminded the world why he remains one of the most electrifying actors of his generation. In recent years, Jackson has continued to expand his repertoire, from voicing the beloved Frozone in The Incredibles 2004 to tackling new challenges in stage acting, returning to Broadway in 2022's The Piano Lesson, directed by his wife LaTanya Richardson Jackson. With over 152 films under his belt and more than $27 billion in global box office earnings, he has earned his title as the highest-grossing actor of all time. His legacy is not just in the countless iconic characters he's brought to life, but in the indelible mark he's left on cinema. Whether he's wielding a purple lightsaber, delivering a Bible-quoting sermon, or saving the world as Nick Fury, Samuel Jackson remains the ultimate movie star, a force of nature, both on screen and off. About his house and cars, Samuel Jackson's lifestyle reflects his success, with luxurious properties and high-end cars. He and his wife, LaTanya, reside in a breathtaking 11,738 square foot mansion in the exclusive Beverly Park neighborhood of Beverly Hills. Purchased in 2000 for $8.35 million from actress Roseanne Barr, the estate boasts a grand main house, a detached garage, a guest house, a regulation-sized tennis court, and a pool with sweeping views of the hills. In addition to this California home, he owns a stylish condo in Manhattan, known for its sophisticated design and prime location in the heart of New York. Jackson's taste for luxury extends to his car collection, which includes some of the finest vehicles on the market. His garage houses a Maybach 57S, a high-performance sedan celebrated for its comfort and elegance, a Range Rover, known for its blend of off-road capability and luxury, and a Rolls-Royce Phantom, an epitome of style and class, offering unmatched opulence on the road. Thanks for tuning in. Who do you want us to cover next? Let us know in the comments which celebrity you'd love to see featured. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.